We live in a world that rewards noise. The louder you speak, the more attention you gain. The more you share, the more likes you receive. The more you perform, the more people notice you. This is a culture of overexposure, where silence is mistaken for weakness and restraint is confused with fear. But the ancient Stoics taught something very different. They believed in the strength of silence, in the power of inner calm, in the discipline of speaking less and observing more. To be silent in a noisy world is an act of rebellion. But more than that, it is a strategy. Stoic silence is not about muteness. It's not about hiding. It's not about weakness. It is the conscious decision to withhold unnecessary speech. It is the power to sit with discomfort without needing to express it. It is the refusal to react to everything, because not everything deserves your reaction. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Epictetus. The Stoic holds his tongue not out of fear, but out of principle. He knows that most things said are better left unsaid. He knows that true influence comes not from shouting louder, but from living with discipline, character, and control. In our hyper-connected age, we are encouraged to constantly express ourselves, share your thoughts, post your opinions, defend your reputation, react to every event. But this is a trap. When you speak too often, your words lose power. When you react too quickly, you reveal your emotions. When you explain yourself constantly, you become predictable and weak. The Stoics remind us, silence is a form of armor, a filter, a test. It separates what is necessary from what is noise. Modern life teaches us to speak before we think. Stoicism teaches us to think before we speak, or better yet, to sometimes not speak at all. Strength is often quiet. Think of the mountain, the sea, the stars. They are immense, yet they do not speak. True power doesn't broadcast itself. It doesn't scream. It doesn't beg to be seen. It simply is. And people are drawn to it, even if they don't understand why. That's the paradox of silence. It commands attention by withholding it. It attracts by not chasing. When you choose silence, you choose freedom. Freedom from needing to be understood. Freedom from reacting to every insult. Freedom from explaining your every move. You become a mystery in a world obsessed with exposure. You become rare. Imagine a warrior in the shadows. He doesn't shout. He doesn't boast. He doesn't announce his strength. But he watches. He prepares. He builds. He is underestimated, and he prefers it that way. That is the essence of Stoic silence. It is not passivity. It is patience. It is control. The warrior knows there is more power in restraint than in rage, more intelligence in silence than in speech, more dignity in walking away than in arguing with a fool. So he doesn't get angry. He stays still. He lets others lose themselves, while he remains unmoved. The Stoic does not vow never to speak. He simply chooses the moment. When he speaks, it is deliberate, precise, rare. His words have weight because he does not waste them. In this way, silence makes speech more powerful. It sharpens the message. It demands attention. Stoicism teaches that we must master both, speak with intention, stay silent with purpose, because both are tools, and both, when used correctly, can shape lives. Parliamentary argue to win. The Stoic does not. He does not waste time in emotional debates. He does not defend himself from every accusation. He does not correct every misunderstanding. Why? Because truth does not require validation. Because dignity does not respond to disrespect. Because his energy is better spent elsewhere. When someone insults you, remain silent. When someone lies about you, remain focused. When someone doubts you, remain disciplined. Let them speak. Let them expose their emotions. Let them reveal their instability. You remain still, stoic, unmoved, There is a strange and powerful beauty in calm people. They don't seek approval. They don't force conversations. They don't try to fit in. And yet, people are drawn to them. Why? Because silence is intriguing. It makes others question. It invites curiosity. When you are silent and composed, you carry an energy that speaks for you. It says, "I don't need anything from you. I am enough. I am whole. I am focused." And that is attractive. Most people think discipline is about action, waking early, training hard, working late. But real discipline is also about what you don't do, not reacting when you're provoked, not responding when you're insulted, not sharing when it gains you nothing. This is the hardest form of control, the ability to stay calm under pressure, the power to remain silent when it burns inside to speak. You become undefeatable when you master your reactions. You rise above the petty. You become the one in control, not of others, but of yourself. Silence is not something you find. It is something you train. Start small. Pause before you speak. Think before you post. Wait before you react. Ask yourself, is this necessary? Is this helpful? Is this wise? If not, let it go. Over time, silence becomes your shield, your home, your edge. And while others wear themselves thin, proving their worth, you preserve your strength by withholding it. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to prove your strength. Your presence speaks louder than your words. So stay silent. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. Let them talk. You don't need the noise. You don't need the stage. You don't need their permission, because you are not here to be seen. You are here to build, to grow, to master yourself. So be silent, be still, be stoic, and in doing so, you will attract peace. You will attract power. You will attract everything you once chased, by simply becoming the kind of person who no longer needs to chase.